Hey, what's up, Logical? How you doing? First one in, Logical. Hope you're good this morning. Good morning, Honor. Good morning, Chills. Everyone's having a wonderful morning. Hey, Chilling. Hey, Chilling's alright as it goes. Hold on, Chilling. Hold on, Chilling. It's going to get confusing with Chills in the chat, Chilling, but Chilling's alright. Chilling's alright. I'm going to give Chilling a wrench. Wait. Can someone just press in some words? Hold on. That's better. I can see you now, Chilling. Let me just give you a wrench, dude. Add as mod. Just, there's 2 rules, Chilling. Respect the other wrenches and kick out any trolls. That's it. You can talk about what you want, whatever you want. It's all good. There you go, dude. Hey, so what's up, everyone? You know what? I think this has got to be the best September I can remember. Can anyone remember a warmer September than what we're having at the moment? I mean, October? Sorry. September and October have been amazing weather-wise. Get the fuck out of here. September was really nice. Now, October's the same. It's just the same. It's like summer. It's unbelievable. Global boiling. It's something, right? Who in there? Oh, right, come on. Right, I want to know who's put that in there. Who's giving him a vote?
Hey Kevin, come on over here and tell him what time it is.
Someone said Weak Seek Truth was actually a flat earth. Come on, we know Weak Seek Truth was never a flat earther. Eric DeBay, he creeps out Eric DeBay. This dude, he's such a freak. He creeps out Eric DeBay. Eric DeBay shunned him. Said, "Go away, you weirdo." So he got all butthurt, swung straight over onto conspiracy Catz, his balls, swung on those, renounced flat earth because Eric shunned him. Couldn't make this up, could you? So he started swinging on Catz's balls and then become a globetard. Come on, he was never ever a flat earther in the first place. The physical properties of water, once you understand that, don't allow you to. Don't allow it. Water doesn't allow you to. Once you fully understand water, there's no going back. So this Weak Seek Truth never understood it in the first place. So he was never a flat earther. Pretty simple. I can. What?
Oh, that's nice, Kevin.
Never a flat. Hey, good morning, Susanna. Good morning, Lev. Good morning, Simon. Logical, I've said hello to.
All right, now get out of here.
Honor, Lev. Everyone's good this morning.
I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Mike Dornan's in the house. Great to see you, Mike. You don't, Simon. The guy, the picture on the thumbnail. The guy in the thumbnail. That guy. You must have seen him before. You must have seen that guy. Dell's talked about him before. Everyone's talked about this guy because he's such a moron.
Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the
Hey, what's up, Daniel? Good morning. Good morning.
Coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint. Come on, man. Yo, higher than an F-16 in Walgreens. Trying to find some eye drops at the bottom of the Listerine. Well, I'm Mr. Clean when I step on the scene. But yo, how did I get here? And what does this all mean? The last thing I remember was way back in September. Johnny had a doobie. It was groovy, full of pleasure, but I probably didn't measure the amount I should have taken. Now I'm standing on the feeling, and this feeling.
We got to call these moms out.
I get the bacon with my crocker baby. We dishing out delectables a year. they tasty, so yeah, it's amazing. Now come and get this slice. And if they try to take my herb, I'll say, take my wife. But Kevin, you're not married. Oh shit, it's getting scary.
Oh,
I'm mixing up my
tell me,
history.
guys,
My
should have told me.
memories are buried, and I don't have a clue what's real or
Imaginary.
imaginary. So take heed, my children, cause this story's cautionary. Yeah, I got this feeling inside.
I think it could be on the list, chilling. I think I've got a list. Let me just check. I think it is on the list. The Tellinger, Flat Earth Tellinger. I think it is on here. Yeah. 20 minutes. So let me just push that up because it's right at the last video. We might not be able to. Okay, can only go to there. Yeah, it's there. We'll take a look later. I mean, there's plenty of vids to go through as it goes.
In my mind, I must be missing.
Hey, good morning, Jax. How you doing?
I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside. Can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing a point. I need a coffee and a joint. Coffee and a joint.
That's a good point, Ches. No one had ever heard of this guy. Seek weak truth, until he started swinging on Catz balls. Catz probably did a deal with him. Said, "Well, if you renounce Flat Earth, come over to us. You can make some money straight away, right? Plus, you can put shade on Flat Earth. It's perfect. It's a win-win. You get money, and you become famous." Famous. Oh god, infamous, and you become infamous. Yeah, for being a complete mong.
Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Come on now. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint. So, I was standing in the corner of the kitchen by myself, eyeing up the pop brownies on the top shelf. I'm thinking maybe just a nibble of do, but I didn't eat dinner, so
How long was he FE for? I don't. Do you know what, Liv? I don't actually know. He's probably a couple. It's just he's one of those fad guys, right? We've seen them all come in, right? The fad guys. It's a fad for them. Oh, Flat Earth, yeah. For a year later, 2 years later, they're back on the globe. It's a fad. That's all. He was one of those guys. Didn't understand any of it really. One foot was still on the globe. He's one of those. So you can see it just by the way he talks and everything, right? He's a complete imbecile. A complete imbecile.
I fucking blew it. Yo, I got to keep this conversation fluid. Yeah, too high to function. I'm feeling like a clown at a funeral luncheon. I'm a goner. Man, I've reached my marijuana maximum consumption. Yeah, goddamn hors d'oeuvre. Threw my knife for a curve. But I could be the hero that this party deserves. So I boot and rap.
Yeah. That's what he did. He pulled a Ranty. That's exactly what he did. Ranty weren't making no money out of Flat Earth. Pissing him off. You see, all fight the Flat Earth and all these other guys getting all these super chats, earning the cash. And Ranty thought, I want some of that. I want some what they've got. How do I do this? I know. I'll wait for Bev. Take that picture of Blackpool, the tower in front, and the mountains looking lower than the tower. And I use that picture there to get out of Flat Earth. Get into the globe. Start wearing tin hats and foil hats for the kids and being weird in front of kids and all this stuff, right? And I can start making some money out of this. They're so transparent. They're so see-through, these people. Ranty and Weak Seek Truth. Both of them are complete clowns. Complete clowns. Ranty's probably a worse clown. Because Ranty does actually understand water, right? He's been in it much longer than that other knobbin. So Ranty's just the worst of the worst, isn't he?
This feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing a point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing a point. I need a coffee and a joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint, what? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee.
Oh, I like that, Daniel. I like that. Where is it? I don't know. They're as transparent as a window after Simon has paid a visit. That's how transparent they are. They're completely see-through, these mongs. Once you see it, you know, you can't unsee it. They give off a certain frequency, these people, these mongs. These are ball swingers, fence sitters.
Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint, yeah. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint, alright. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint.
Hey, what's up, Hidden Land? What's up? Good morning. Worst NASA fake background ever. Let's check it out. Hidden Land. What's Hidden Land gotta say? Let's check out the worst background ever. Let's see what this is about. Oh, it's an STS.
Our patch, the hardest thing in the whole mission was to figure out what the patch was going to be like.
Patch.
And the night before launch.
Is there a timestamp? Is there any timestamps hidden? I don't really want to watch the launch, to be honest.
Everybody, there were some winds at altitude that really blew around our smoke trail. There go the SRBs. Jettison the SRBs and continue
they haven't even
on.
gone anywhere.
We had some cloud cover in the way there.
Look. This looks like it's going up there. This is why they shoot from this angle, because it still looks like it's going up, although it's horizontal. That looks like it's still going up. It isn't. It's actually horizontal. It's not going up anymore. It's gone up and it's starting to come back down.
There were some winds at altitude.
From this perspective,
really,
it looks like it's still going up. We've seen this loads of times. It's like an optical illusion.
And then we felt a very smooth electric.
Is there a timestamp? Is this what you're talking about?
With the doors open.
Oh dear.
This is getting.
Let's just check if there's a timestamp. 9:15. Okay, let's check out 9:15. Okay.
35-foot self-tending tether reel right above the hatch. The test.
I think this is one. Is that one of those flappy portholes, right? You know, the door that was sort of flat. I think this is one of them.
They were flawless.
This is coming out the hatch. That was the outer thermal.
It is. It is. You can see it, right? You can. Oh, come on. The hatch is literally flexing. Check it out as he opens it. Check it out. So we know it's one of those bendy, flat, bloody porthole things. Remember, this thing needs to be sealed.
They were flawless.
Airtight. Look at this. Look. See how it bent backwards and flapping. Look at it.
It's
terrible. We haven't even got to 9:15 yet. And already there's problems. There's already problems.
Basically, we came out and...
You know that there's just 2 air tanks in there, right? You do realise that, don't you guys? There's just 2 air tanks in that backpack. He's in a scuba diving suit. Just a fancy looking one, that's all. It's all done underwater.
I picked up a 35-foot...
Why do you think they got flappy hatches? Bendy hatches, come on.
Tether reel right above the hatch. The task you see me doing here, and then separated left and right to start on our respective tasks. My first task was getting the port side MMU ready to fly and checking it out. And
yeah, they're definitely in a pool. 100%. They are in a pool. You can't tell. There's no helping you. They are definitely in a pool.
My first task was getting the port side MMU ready to fly and checking it out and starting into a check flight, followed by some translations up and down the payload bay and some longer range translations. The light on the back of the MMU is a locator light in case we got to flying around in the darkness, so Vance could keep an eye on where we were.
Always look in the reflection of the helmets, right? They can tell you a lot. I can't really see from there. Can't really see any
basically
detail.
We were very pleased with the way the MMU handled. It was very much like the
Oh, yeah.
simulations that the
Absolutely,
Martin
you
Company
know.
in Denver, except that we did find that when translating with the attitude Hall
Neutral,
system
that they call
activated,
neutral buoyancy
since we had
pools,
built
right?
it,
Dark pools, completely darked out. You've got one, and then what they do, they just front screen projection or just project the Earth behind it all. That's all they're doing.
to conserve propellant.
There you go. I'm talking about. They just project. This is a projection at the back here. This is a dark pool, right? They're in a water dark pool. This is a fancy scuba outfit that he's got on. Right? The trick's very, very simple once you break the trick down.
Turning some of the thrusters off, if you started to pick up a rotational rate, this hadn't been modeled in detail in the simulator. You got an averaged response, and of course here you could feel every little thruster coming on and off. But other than
Absolute nonsense. Okay, that's we're done with that. We're done with that. Nice one for that. Nice one for that. Whoever posted that in there. Hey Liz, what's up, Hidden? Yeah, cheers, Hidden, for posting that in there. That's pretty cool, man. At 09. Oh, that was 09, wasn't it? That was 09. 09 15. Hey? 09 15. That was 09 15. That was 9 15, right? Where's 09 then? Can't get an 09 15. Alright, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Let's take them out.
Oh, you give us the wrong link. What? The STS 41 is the wrong link. Is this the right link now, right? Which is the right link? Which is the right link? This one here, right at the bottom, Hidden, right? Is this the right link? The JYA, right? Yeah, I think that's it. Right, open up a new tab. It's the same video. STS 41B.
the attitude Hall system activated,
09
to
15.
conserve propellant by turning some of the thrusters off, if you started to pick up a rotational
Oh,
rate.
this, yeah. I just
hadn't
explained
been,
it. I just explained that, dude. 9:15.
Right, to start on our respective tasks. My first task, backing out to 150
Look at
feet,
this
coming
nonsense.
back in, and then out to 300 and coming back in.
It's
This is
hilarious.
approximately the same sort of translation that the folks on the next mission, the solar maximum repair mission, will be faced with in moving from the orbiter over to the solar maximum space.
All right, cool. Right, we've got loads of his to get through. Okay, you get the drift. I know, 17,000. I know. I get what you're saying, Hidden. I get exactly what you're saying, man. There's so many discrepancies in that little bit of vid there. You could be there all day. You could be there all day going through them. You really could. You know, they're meant to be traveling 17,000 miles an hour there. Absolutely ridiculous.
Man, I'm terrible at smoking weed. That's okay. I'll handle it. Thanks, you.
Now, I haven't seen that, Daniel. I haven't seen it. You watched that video at one point, the shuttle is aiming away from the fake Earth background. The angle makes no sense. Yeah, none of it makes any sense. None of it makes any sense, Hidden. Once you start breaking those videos down, I'll tell you a guide to check out, Hidden. Have you heard of Leo Earth Observer? Level Earth Observer. Leo, Level Earth Observer. Go and check out some of these vids. He completely destroys these videos. All these old NASA videos and even recent ones, the Indian landing, absolutely destroys the whole lot of it. Yeah, Leavenworth Observer. Great channel to go and check all this sort of stuff out. Hey, what's up, Dylan? What's up? Hey, what's up, Calm? How you doing? What a position there, though. See that? The way where he's positioned, everyone's looking like beyond him at the sea and the sunset or the sunrise or whatever that's happening there. What a probably sunset, right? What a beautiful place. Beautiful place. I think I might have seen this place before. Let's ring a bell. Yeah, look at that. Sun. Oh, this is Greece. Is this Greece? I'm not too sure. Oh, it is Greece. It says it right there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still half asleep. Yeah, it says Greece right there. Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wake and baked banner. No, I can't, mate. I'm on. I've had to cut out the morning smoke. Cut it out completely. In fact, I don't smoke anything now. You've gone past 12, and first thing I drink in the morning, slice of lemon, slice of lime, and 2 chunks of satsuma. Just chuck with the like the rind, the skin still on. Yeah, just straight into a cup, bit of hot water. What I've been drinking. It's kind of detoxing me out a little bit. I'm sweating it out, you know. That's what I need to do. So yeah, it's only because all my glands swelled up, but they're still kind of swollen. That's the thing. They're still. I don't know if they're going away or not. I think they're slowly going away. I think my throat's going away as well. I think it is. If it doesn't go by the end of this week, I've got to go back up there. So. Simon went to Catalonia and a squid attached to his leg and then squirted him with ink. He was blue for 3 days. That's hilarious. Goddamn squid. Have you checked out MMS, Miracle Mineral Solution? A couple of people have mentioned MMS, but people have had. Was it Vinny? Did Vinny take the MMS? And he had a reaction to it, didn't he? He didn't get on well with it. I'm sure that was the MMS. I will look into it, but as I say, I think it's just starting to go. Sort of, it feels kind of a little bit better today. As I say, my the lymph gland or whatever gland it is in just under the chin there, it's still swollen. It's still slightly hard to swallow as well. I don't know if I've got I don't know, some sort of, feels like a cyst or something. I don't know what it is. Been cottagey based. No, Happy. I do not own a cottage. Yeah, Dorian, was it the MMS? Was that the MMS? Was it, Dorian? Was it something else? Micro mineral, yeah, it was the same stuff, yeah. Shez, he's got a looping system. It's very easy to use, and you could do this live easy with one of these live looping. It's literally like you just recording bars, right? 4-bar segment, 8-bar segment, 16-bar segment, 32 bars, right? Depending on what part of the music that you're doing. And it just loops it. It just loops it. So it's definitely live. I think it's live, personally. Hey, you don't have to have this half recorded. You can literally do it from scratch, from nothing. As I say, it loops up everything that you put in there. It loop up, even the 4-beat, the doof, 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 doof. Just kind of build it up. Sorry, I've just done like 20 press-ups. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying, an overdub, yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't know, it sounds kind of legit to me. Let me just see how he starts off. That was those 2 little notes in there and the didgeridoo there. He's doing that's definitely doing live. It might be like an over record afterwards, but of the same thing that he's doing live. I can see they might have done that to get a better sound for YouTube or something. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Thank you all very much, all of you.
Welcome
To the show. Big shout out to Isa. You listening, Isa? Big shout out to you.
Welcome to the show.
If you don't know, it's part of the show. Didn't they teach you to reach for the stars while opening up the bars and keeping you chained down with mortgage bills and cars? Vaccines for your arms, kids sounding like supercharged, caffeinated hate-filled scars and rage-quit repertoire.
See, what he's doing there with that live looping, I can do that on my MPC Ren that I got. I can do exactly what he's doing there. It just loops it up for you. It's very, very easy. You wouldn't believe how easy.
No answers for yards, caught up in emotion that's not even yours. Imposter truths like impeccable retards, lined up for your serving of gish galloping wars. No remedy can save the lost, in love with the yarn. I'm tired of walking into refracted shards, poor science displayed by disgusting bards. Soaked in sin with your dupe is delight and a new hand of cards. Been so long, seems like for love I'm just too hard, that's it.
Welcome to the show.
Where you don't know if it's part of the show.
Welcome.
Just the guy that sings "Smoke One for Me." I'm not too sure. I don't. This is Isa, Jax. It used to go on Ponchos. Do you remember Isa? He used to. They did that song. They did a version of this song where Poncho sings. There's a lady there that sings. Isa sings it as well, and it was Poncho's main sort of theme song, wasn't it? Yeah, Isa's really cool as it goes. I can't believe I see him the other day in. I think it was Ironworks. His stream. It was one of them anyway, and I see him and he popped in there. I was like, damn, Isa, where have you been?
Intoxicated hate makes you believe you're spinning in space, why you have no shame or grace. It's a disdainful state I used to contemplate, how to save myself from my own self-hate. Wonder why I was even made with a dreadful fate, forced to try and awake with a full plate, no one to help me stay awake or educate. I've had to liberate and fight through hidden gates, but my brother, heaven could never be late, and rockets don't work in space. It's all fake. The show is on Mars. It's a joke, but you're too far.
Dave Hawaii. Dave used to sing it too, yeah.
Strong. We have our song and we march along like streams of knowledge leading to God's holy pond, and lives of truth that hits the bong and sings the song, turns mankind from the wrong.
Roland SP800, yeah. 100 megabytes in this. It could loop on the fly, but it sounds overdubbed. I'd say, yeah.
Just to go along, I said. Well,
oh, so you've used them kind of looping machine. Okay.
To the show where you don't know if it's part of the show.
As I say, they're great if you've got like a synth with many sounds on, like with all different sounds. You can make stuff off scratch right there on the spot. They're amazing little systems. They really are.
Welcome to the show. If you don't know, you don't know.
This. Oh, this is what Jackson was talking about. Moulin, right? Did the same stuff. Pretty cheap. Asthma, pulmonary fibrosis, airway inflammation, breath, chronic cough, congestion, and more. Moulin. Okay. This tune. Let's check out what Daniel's got in there. Check out. Yeah, this is the same guy. Yeah, this is yeah, it's the same guy. Yeah, you're right. It's the same guy. It's Isa. You can see it at the bottom there, right? Smoke One for Me by Isa, right there. Isa Mahalis Aliskin, Arsky or whatever he's. So yeah, Isa, man. Yeah, you can tell by his voice, right? Straight away. That's how Jack's like thought. Oh, I've heard that.
People I know need this medicine, and angry police sent like disease. Come after week, destruction increase as they work to fight job people's sins.
Hey, what's up, Tommy? Good morning, Tommy. How you doing?
Smoke one for me, smoke one for me. And all the way behind these prison walls, waiting to be free. Smoke one for me, smoke one for me. And all the way behind these prison walls, waiting patiently for planting a seed and cultivating. They're after me for fighting their freedom, waiting to catch anyone who falls in their snare. Waking the sheep, kept cozy asleep one by one, and each mystery explained in full so you know exactly why.
Oh man, I'm detoxing this morning. I can feel myself detoxing. How crazy is that?
Yeah, and
hey, good morning, Brendan. Hope you're good. Hope you're having a great morning, Brent.
Smoke one for me, smoke one for me. Yeah, and all the way behind these prison walls. Yeah, waiting to be free. Some make a taste, some smoke them dirty. Some make a solid to see. All of your mysteries around us. And don't ever judge, just show them the love. Know who you are, for you are mighty above. And be one of them children that's sent to bring upon creation and grow. Yes, smoke one for me, smoke.
That's a sativa. That's a sativa. You can, you know, you can tell by the thin, long leaves. Sativas always have these really thin, these long leaves. You look at like an indica, these leaves are probably 3-4 times as wide. Probably they can get the same sort of length, but they're a lot wider.
Smoke one for me, smoke one for me. And
I like this as well. I'm going to put this on the list. I like this. And it's on Worlds as well, so yeah, I'm going to put this on the list.
Behind these prison walls, waiting, smoke one for me, smoke one for me, yeah. And all the way behind these prison walls, waiting, waiting, waiting to be free, yeah. Smoke one for me, yeah. For planting a seed, up in the hills, Jah grows his seed, giving life to everything. So go watch it.
I do remember this. I do remember this. Yeah, I do remember this.
This medicine.
It took me a while. It took me a while because I've always preferred the other one that he did, but I do remember this now. Yeah. See it, Vertex in there, Uppercuts in there, Andrew C's in there. Who else? Yeah. Cool stuff.
Since like disease come after week and destruction increase as they fight. Jah people sent upon creation, get together. Smoke one for me, smoke one for me, yeah. And all the way behind this prison wall.
Look at these thieving bastards. These are the real criminals. These are the real criminals.
Up in the hills, Jah grows his seed, giving life to everything. Go watch it grow for people I know. Need this medicine, and angry police sent like disease. Come after week.
My mate created his own strain. Girl Scout cookies crossed with purple lemonade. Cookies and lemonade. That sounds quite nice, chilling. Cookies and lemonade.
Smoke one for me, smoke one for me. And all the way behind this prison wall.
Hey, what's up, Schlo?
Waiting to be free. Smoke one for me, smoke one for me. And all the way behind these prison walls. Waiting patiently for planting a seed and cultivating. They're after me for fighting their freedom, waiting to catch anyone who falls in their snare. Waking the sheep, kept cozy asleep one by one, and each mystery explained in full, so you know exactly why they fight us. So smoke one for me, smoke one for me. Yeah.
Imagine seeing that when you're on an aeroplane. Hilarious, I'm sorry.
Behind these prison walls.
Looking all crazy and shit. You'll be like,
Waiting to be free. Said smoke one for me, smoke one for me. Yeah. And all the way behind these prison walls. Yeah. Waiting to be free. Some make a taste, some smoke them dirty. Some make a solid to see. All of your mysteries around us. And don't ever judge, just show them.
did he just say, it's just a bong? And they went, he said bomb! I swear to God, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen it. That's what it looked like. What just happened there?
All of
It's just a bong. It's just a bong. He said bomb.
Don't ever judge, just show them the love. Know who you are, you are mighty above, and be one of them children I've sent to bring.
Hey, Forever Love, how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
Upon creation and grow. Yeah, smoke one for me, smoke one for me. And all the way on.
What's this movie? What's this film? Something and Kumar, isn't it? Something and Kumar, I'm sure it is.
Smoke one for me, yeah. And all the way behind these prison walls. Waiting, waiting, waiting to be free.
Not a bomb, a bong. Yeah, you know that was said.
Yeah.
You know, something like that was said.
For planting a seed up in the hills, Jah grows his seed, giving life to everything. So go watch it grow for the people I know. Need this medicine while the angry police.
Harold and Kumar, that's it. That's it. Cheers, Daniel. I knew it was. Yeah, I couldn't work out what the first name was. I remember the Kumar.
Jah people sent upon creation, get together. Smoke one for me, smoke one for me, yeah. And all the way behind this prison wall.
When you smoke the herb, it reveals you to yourself. It reveals you to yourself. That's a nice quote there from Bob. Like that. Check out
Ready?
OB.
Camera? Yep, rolling.
I think I've heard these before. I think we've listened to these before. Yeah, I've definitely. One raps, right? I think, was it this one?
Ready? Oh yeah, we ready. Camera? Yep, rolling.
I'm sure the one I see, they were rappers, right? Yeah, this is the one. We did see this. I've played this before.
Hey, who been wanting y'all?
Yeah.
Hey, who been trying to tell you?
In fact, I played this probably about 3 months ago. 3 or 4 months ago.
The system you were born in. Hey, how's it miscommunication? We don't even communicate. It's easily to see you're faking when you overcompensate. Not your whole life, just the things that perpetuate where your heart is and how your brain even formulate. What you drinking from and all the bait that you ate. Race wars, viruses, the why you pick your candidates. I question is science and why your kids medicate. Good exercise and diet. You better go and educate. They putting bricks in the city, but they ain't getting no work done. Take it from me, all I do is construction. This is well played, boy. All this destruction. I don't mean from the ones with earthly corrupt.
I like the sort of beatbox kind of behind it. That boom, 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 boom. I like that.
Yeah, I smoke a little bit, maybe to function, but I need a whole lot to keep me from punching. Yo, lights out, cause I can't believe the gumption. One day a white power, next day a fist bumping. One day you're rocking out, next day you're Bible thumping. Can't wait for the next trend, bridge jumping. OB'll be thumping, never front. Ay, down south chicken dumplings. Only thing crumbling is Babylon and good weed. You better jump in, ain't no gas pumping. When it comes to spacecrafts, all we do is hovering. And you know we never bugging. And you know we still hugging. So if your mandate ain't your mandate, if his name is Melinda or Bill Gates, put another pie in your face. Ay, Cat-O show up, always set the pace. Don't care about first and last place. Hey, who been warning y'all before you knew you needed warning? OBL, yeah, who been trying to tell you about the system you were born in? OBL, Earth is not your home, you only visit here, you're foreign. OBL, who's still burning Babylon in 2021?
Hey, what's Rune? No one knew. No one knew him. What's Rune saying? No one knew him prior to his appearance on the anti-channels. Who are you talking about, Rune? talking about Seek Weak Truth. I think he could be talking about Seek Weak Truth.
No real hesitance. Don't give authority to donkeys or elephants. Don't want autographs from rock star candidates. Killing in our name like we demanded it. Stop the violence. BLM riot. Y'all got compliance down to a science. The need for more state replaces self-reliance. A helpless generation begs a despot tyrants. All dissenting voices of the beast get silenced. Reset blockchain finance. Climate change halts all Bitcoin mining. All the world's a stage, not perfect timing. One time.
Yeah.
I'm rhyming 16 bars. My rhymes are brute strength, they be lifting cars. OBL moving weight like a shifting barge. People overcharged, we be gifting.
Don't fall for that psyop, guys. They're trying to pull you into the psyop. Please don't fall for it. What am I talking about? The psyop. You know what psyop I'm talking about at the moment, right? Distraction. Too many people are waking up at the moment. They need to distract the masses. This is how they do it. They refocus your thoughts. When this TV's on, when your TV's on and you're listening to news and all that nonsense constantly, it's going to affect you. It's going to put you in a state of fear. Once you're in that state of fear, you can be molded. You're easily manipulated. That's just a fact. This is the way these people work. Don't let it in. Do not let it in.
Ours. We get paid to love, so we be living large. Yo, taking the script and flip the swing, not nothing honorable mention. Isn't it worth an mention? Intending this or mentions, dropping the sentence. Isn't it worth an mention? Energy, bitch, you flip.
Some of the energy. When you put energy. Sounds like he's Venetian. Do you remember that guy that spoke all those space languages?
Give it attention and that people living on this negative energy becomes a religion. So 16 bars, I rhyme straight gas, can't sniff these jars. People overcharged, we be gifting ours. We get paid to love, so we be living large. OBL stay afloat like a shipping barge. Giving thanks and praises.
I'm the fastest rapper in the world. Don't you understand this? You get to ludicrous. The best. I hate this.
OBL. Babylon in 2021.
I quite like them as it goes. I quite like them. It's I'm gonna because it's like I'm gonna subscribe to him so I can get to his channel easier. I know he's got quite a few tracks. Yeah. I've actually played this one before. Oh, that's cool.
And so, after weeks of painstakingly searching this rugged area the size of Wales, finally some kind of reward. As behind me, the soldiers gather and burn huge piles of coca leaves and marijuana. The drug barons...
Don't tell me this Stoned Reporter. Do you know what? I hadn't even looked at that. It was just like, you can't tell me these like waves of cocaine smoke and cannabis smoke isn't getting this dude high, man. He must be out of his head. Cocaine and marijuana.
Burn huge piles of coca leaves and marijuana. The drug barons themselves may have escaped the net this time, but their evil wares have not. And I think you better cut there. Behind me, smoke. So
he can barely, honestly, this dude can barely stand. He's wobbling, he's pulling a whitey. What's going on? This dude can barely stand. Look at him, look, he's wobbling around.
Smoke. Soldiers burning drugs. There. Soldiers. Behind me.
Drugs.
Behind me.
Burning.
Soldiers.
Smoke. Inhale.
Rugged soldiers.
I'm high.
Wales.
I can barely talk and stand.
Burning drugs. Painstakingly.
Quality. Absolute quality.
Behind me, painstaking barons burning lead drug soldiers in huge piles of whale nets. All right, that's the one, Jerry.
Yeah, that cocaine just started to just started to overtake the conversation there. See, before he was all relaxed and like, yeah. Then the cocaine hits, and this is how he sounds.
Drug soldiers in huge piles of whale nets. Burningly drug soldiers in... Behind me, painstaking barons, burningly drug soldiers in huge piles of whale nets.
Yeah, that sounds like cocaine talk.
Behind me, painstaking barons, burningly drug soldiers in huge piles of whale nets. All right, that's the one, Jerry. Hey, let's go for a curry.
That is super cool. Did you put that in there, Simon? That's funny. That is really funny. There's a few of them down there. I just spotted it. There's actually a few of them down there.
Come on, everybody, we're having a party. There's dancing, romancing, just move to the heartbeat. Let joy fill your soul, forget troubles and strife. Leave worries aside, we can get high on life. We're gonna have a real good time. Hey, let's say so, man. Pass it on along the line. How you doing, bro? Join us at the party. Dance and drink your fill. Join us at the party. Boogie at Notting Hill. We invite to Dingwall, the Ace and the Marquee, the Limelight, the Lyric, Stringfellows. Well, make sure we've called up the big boys like Albert and Wembley. They're all close tonight 'cause they're joining our party. We're gonna have a real good time. Boogieing along the line. Join us at the party. Dance and drink your fill. Join us at the party. Boogie at the Notting Hill. Join us at the party. Carnival in our street. Join us at the party. Dancing to the heartbeat. You don't wanna go there, come to the party. We're gonna have a real good time. Boogieing along the line. Join us
Alright,
at the
got
party.
quite a few vids there.
Dance and drink your fill. Join us at the party. Boogie at Notting Hill. And when it's all over, the music is skank. Don't worry about money that's not in the bank. Remember the good times, we clear up these bills. Still smiling, still striving to reach our ideals. We're gonna have a real good time. Boogieing along the line. Join us at the party. Dance and drink your fill. Join us at the party. Boogie at Notting Hill. You've got to join us at the party. Dance and drink your fill. Join us at the party. Boogie at Notting Hill. Come on now. Join us at the party. Dance and drink your fill. Join us at the party. Boogie at Notting Hill. Come on now. Join us at the party. Party. Dance and get your fill. Romance.
Slow, that's hilarious. The bong and its collateral damage on YouTube chats is obviously underestimated and should be considered any time during banner tech. Hey, what's up, Seeking? Great to see you. How you doing?
Put it together, sweet symphony that fly.
Hey, you're welcome, Gio. I hope you're good, Gio.
Change, I can change, but I'm here in my mode. I'm here in my mode. And I'm a billion different people from one day to the next. I can change my mode. No, 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 no. Well, I never pray, but tonight I'm on my knees, yeah. I need to hear some sounds that recognize the pain in me, yeah. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now, but the airwaves are clean and there's nobody talking to me now. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change, but I'm here in my mode. I am here in my mode, and I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can change my mode. No, 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 no. Have you ever been down?
Did anyone see Prada is designing the new NASA spacesuit? They do say the devil wears Prada. Yeah, is that the black and white ones chilling? With the they literally look like they're wearing Wellington boots or gimp boots. You know the gimp boots, and they're like white. It looks ridiculous. It looks like some sort of ridiculous Prada design. It really does.
But it's a bittersweet symphony that's flying. Try to make ends meet, try to find some money, then you die.
So true, man.
No change, I can change, I can change, I can change. But I'm here in my mode. I am here in my mode. And I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can change my mode. No, 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 no. Have you ever been down? Have you ever been down? I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. I'll take you
Hey, what's up, Vertex? How you doing?
road I've
Hope you're good.
down. It's a bittersweet symphony this life.
Good stuff. Like that. Right, let's get on to some of these. Where are you?
So we've got two clips today regarding high order silliness with hair. I can't decide personally who takes it for the most ridiculous hairstyle. Obviously, we're talking about people, so-called astronauts, trying to convince naive individuals that they're in a spaceship or a space station orbiting a globe Earth. There is no other reason for the silliness we're about to see. No one can justify it because it is just silly, and the only justification for what we're seeing here is people trying to fool naive individuals, like I said, that they're in some kind of weightless environment. First up, we got Marsha.
Well,
we got right to work on stowing all of our equipment. Marge unstows her hair. And we're ready for the rendezvous.
Come on. Oh, terrible. So bad. Gotta laugh at it. Did you see how she come into the shot? Even these two guys are like, what the?
And we're ready for the rendezvous.
Get out of here, girl. On you go.
And again.
Well, we got right to work on stowing all of our equipment. Marge unstows her hair. And we're ready for the rendezvous.
Absolute.
One thing I've noticed,
Another
they
one
do
that-
seem to use various different techniques with regarding the women in their hair. Hairspray being, of course, a big part of that. Sometimes I think they're hanging up.
What is going on here? Look, all her hair's interwoven into all the electronics, all these bloody wires and stuff, and I'm sure that's a hazard. Look at all this stuff. Come on.
Upside down as well to give this weight.
Yeah, yeah, the upside down effect.
as well
Yeah.
as being the right way up in their harnesses. So they use hairspray, sometimes upside down. And I actually think sometimes there's special effects at play as well. But as we've just seen, Marsha from the old space shuttle days has set a very high standard of silliness with her hair to fool naive individuals into thinking she's in a spaceship orbiting a scientifically impossible globe Earth in a vacuum. Can this charismatic Russian on the left do any better? Well, let's have a look.
The grass in the air and to taste all the delicious food back on Earth. We were definitely going to miss Frank, and we think of him often.
Is going on? She hasn't moved an inch. The only thing she's moved is her flapped her eyelids.
We talk about sharing our experiences when we get back to
A robot, a mannequin. Is that a mannequin with just her face CGI'd on top? Oh, come on. She stayed like this for like...
Set a very high standard to fool naive individuals orbiting a scientifically impossible globe Earth in a vacuum. Can this charismatic Russian on the left do any better? Well, let's have a look.
the grass in the air and to taste all the delicious food back on Earth. We were definitely going to miss Frank, and we will think of him often. We talk about sharing our experiences when we get back to
little
Earth.
movement in the arm
with
there.
him. While he's still on the station, he will be in our thoughts. We know that he's going to do an incredible...
It's got to be a hazard. Look, it's going into all these like wires and machinery. What's electronics? Come on.
job. He's very well suited and quite the professional. And so we'll be excited to catch up with him. The grass in the air and to
Still hasn't moved.
just food back on Earth. We were definitely going to miss Frank, and we will think of him often. We talk about sharing our experiences when we get back to Earth with him. While he's still on the station, he will be in our thoughts. We know that he's going to do an incredible job.
Now, none of it makes sense. If you were in this...
Is this Russian woman just in there to give this... She's obviously in there just to give this effect, right?
environment,
So
you'd have your
poor.
hair short.
So you must do better.
It would be almost military-like. You certainly wouldn't, in that environment, have your hair like that.
Hey, Ian.
It
Good
looks
morning.
ridiculous. You can tell she feels ridiculous. I don't even think she thinks anyone's believing her. And very few are, my dear. But which one's the silliest here? You got Marsha, who's old school retro from the space shuttle era. And then we got this charismatic Russian here. Who's got it for you as far as the silliest haircut, potentially, from one of these fraudsters pretending to be in
It's just
space?
as bad as each other, Leo.
Marsha? Or this charismatic
Can't actually
Russian?
call it.
Tell
They're
me.
just
in the
both really
comments.
bad. No Donk. Is No Donk still doing No Donk Records? Is he still doing like all this fake NASA stuff? No Donk's been around for ages. Go.
Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We the sheeple, hear no, see no, and speak no evil. We get lied to so much, it seems normal to be deceitful. We'll never be treated equal, and I wanna know why.
B.O.B.
Rich people start all the wars, but only poor people.
B.O.B. or O.D.D. Actually, it's O.D.D. innit? I can tell by his voice.
People die. Just take a look, it's so easy to see the system is rigged by degenerate pigs targeting our innocent kids. They start programming you just as soon as you exit the womb. Now money is your god.
You must obey and consume.
Always practice conformity, stay within the majority. Never think for yourself and do not question authority. Man, I still can't even believe this is the way that they have us. I'm taking my chances, I have to try and wake up the masses. Can't get away from the madness, but still I'm trying my best. And as long as I'm still alive, I will fight till the death. Because we cannot let this be the end. It's now or never, sink or swim. The time has come for the great awakening.
Never sleep again. Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Listen, I woke up with a fever today. Sick of the fact people believe everything that this evil media say. Morality has been deleted away. Zionist heathens display that they're the predators who see us as prey. Transparency is what they need to purvey. They even have us thinking that eating a fruit that has no seed is okay. Victims of greed and impeded by hate. The glaring question is, how can we get to God if Satan's leading the way? Ravenous witches, scientists with moral character glitches, preparing malicious.
See that in the background?
Conditions and sick narrative switches. The elite is wearing his privilege as he battles for riches, while the lower classes carry out the establishment's wishes. The portrayal of their intentions is unfair and fictitious, acting suspicious.
Chroma key screen, that's what the grid, the blue grid is.
Undercover agents,
so you can do all this fake stuff. So you can see the layers in this one, right? Looks like everything that's having this effect on it is a layer put on top of the other layer.
The messages embedded in the movies to trick us, music and advertisement slickness plus remixture of scriptures. Come on.
Easy, right? Now you can see it. You can see that these three are just layered over the top of this.
Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's 2019, but it feels more like 1984. Our rights are fading away. Every day they're taking more. It's time to stand and take action. What are we waiting for? They're waging war on humanity. This we can't ignore. My brain is sore from all the lies that they constantly feed us. Elitists that follow the phoenix can swallow a penis. And we're not gonna stop until we know all of your secrets. The Bible says in our final days our knowledge increases. That is exactly what's happening now on this challenging road that we're traveling down. We have to get rowdy, we have to get...
Come on, ODD. You can double time better than that. You must be able to double time better than that.
What's happening now on this challenging road that we're traveling down? We have to get rowdy, we have to get loud and keep spreading the truth and just pass it around. You work like a slave and you live in a loop. They're turning your sky into chemical soup. I'm always watching these videos, often like Richie from Boston to give me the scoop. Waking the world up to spin the truth like a doctor that's handing out red pills to everyone. What in the world are they spraying up there in the air? It's aluminum, lithium, barium. Nobody notices, nobody cares. Everyone's greedy and nobody shares. I want to help you, you'll be in my prayers. But now we must separate wheat from the tares.
Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, yeah, I understand what you're saying, Vertex. I understand. And that's why I don't watch TV, dude. I don't watch news, I don't watch TV and all that, because it brings you into an emotional point of view. They're tugging on your emotions. They're doing all bunch of nefarious shit to keep you distracted, because there's way too many people waking up right now. No one's happy with this place at the moment and what they're turning it into, what they're doing to humanity. So they've got to distract the masses. This is how they do it. They do it with wars and emotional blackmail. The way they do it. Fortunately. This is Little Wing. Misty night. Is that snowing or mist? Snowing.
Hang on a sec. I didn't want to put it in my neighbour's windows. I'll check it out. I don't know why, but there's a ton of planes going over. Right, I'll wait here and see if I can see it come over. Fucking hell, I bet it can see me torch. I'll guide it. Expecting to see the plane lights. Right, I'm walking through my kennel. As you see walls either side and above. This is the fog. Just up there. Oh, sorry. Not good for the cat.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy.
I'll be back in a sec, guys.
That's insane, that is, man. That is insane. Wow, and beautiful at the same time. Look at that. Have we got multiple colours in there and all that?
Well, I accidentally shut the video off, so we're gonna continue it. Oh, let's keep on going up here. You see the sap that's in the tree. You'll see a lot more up here. All these massive balls of sap. And you see part of the tree incorporated in it all over. And these are all like them little pieces. So small, so insignificant to the size of the tree it came from, or the branch. So we're gonna go over there. This is pretty incredible. We're gonna walk this right here, and we're gonna end right over here and show you something out there. Okay. I have to catch my breath. It's a really steep incline. Anyway, so let's take a look at this. You see the wood all incorporated around the sap. This is one massive ball of sap. It's probably 5 foot tall by 5 foot wide. You see all the wood incorporated in the sap. Look at this thing. It's almost as big as a Volkswagen bus. And when you see stuff like this in all the mountains, you'll know what it is. It's just the sap and wood. When you see this kind of stuff, it's just the wood that's so weathered. That's all it is.
Ah, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hey, Scotty. Great to see you, Scotty.
This right here went up and around, twisted all the way up, but so much is missing.
Hey, cheers, forever love. Thank you for coming in, much appreciated. Yeah, it's I think it's starting to get a little bit better. I think.
You see all these.
I don't want to be deluding myself, right? So still got to keep an eye on it.
Over here.
But thanks anyway. Cheers, forever love.
You see the part of the twists and turns and knots of the cedar.
Look at that. I mean, that looks like wood, doesn't it? Incredible.
All through there. Let's go up a little bit closer. You see the pocket of sap. And it's
That's
all
the time.
through
You're
there.
talking about Jay Dreaming. Talking about Jay Dreamers. Talking about Jay Dreamers, Ches. He does the Titans, doesn't he? I mean, come on, look at that. No denying.
All these pieces you
Can't
see on the
deny.
ground are just little pieces that broke off. It goes on and on and on. I tell you, literally 100-mile radius. So let's go up and take a closer look.
Oh, Divergent. Yeah, Divergent.
Look at the way that
Well, I was
twists up.
playing Divergent's videos here, but people were getting bored of him. Start getting comments like, "Oh, not this guy again." So I stopped playing his videos. But I've seen he started to do drop longer videos, like 30-minute videos and stuff like that. So I still think he's quite interesting. No, he is a flat earther, but he's just got a kind of the 2023 version of it, right? And people don't see there's a difference. There's a huge difference. The 2023 version of flat Earth compared to what we come in with. A huge difference, man. I mean, some of the stuff that's being bandied about at the moment, my jaw just drops to the floor. It's just like, we've got away from all this nonsense. You want to take us back there? Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not.
And you know, the world tells you the largest tree in the world.
I'll tell you what, he is pretty good. Divergent's pretty good with the old, the ancient buildings and the old stuff and the old photos and stuff that he goes through. That's quite interesting. When it comes to his, like, the moon map of the Earth and all that, I don't know, that doesn't resonate with me.
Is Geronimo. It's, if you Google that, it's just the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Hey, what's up, Armda?
They
How
lie
you
about
doing?
everything. Look at this.
I mean, that looks like just fresh wood, right? Look at that.
That looks so fresh.
Right.
Look at that.
Look at that. You cannot tell me at one time that this stuff was wood. Look, you just nah. There's not a chance.
Fresh. Look at that.
Hey, good morning, Dan. Good morning, Nemo. I think I've said hello to Nemo already. Dorian, pseudoscience will say that the lava cools down and forms basalt. It cracks into hexagonal shapes and columns are formed. Yeah, that sounds legit, doesn't it, Dorian? Sounds really the way it works. These scientists are morons. Absolutely, it's all fake hoax, flag, red herring, core AI.
Okay, we're gonna.
Show's going with the AI.
Look at this.
Yeah, that looks like volcanic basalt, doesn't it, Dorian? Really does look like that, doesn't it? Look at that bottom there.
We're gonna come right over here.
Come on. Clearly see that that was a branch or something at one time. You can. There's no debate in this. Right?
I'm gonna give you a shot and then end this. But I'm just gonna show you how vast this is. Oh Lord. Okay. I'm just gonna show you here. I can only show you so far, but you can keep going and going and going. It is endless. As far back as you can see is all the same thing. Just one massive tree stump. As hard as it is to believe, I've shown it to you. And as I've said, I can show it to you, but I cannot understand it for you. And this is worldwide. It's not just here. All right, folks. I hope you enjoyed it.
That's Hangman 1128, guys. If you're interested in any of Hangman's videos, he's made quite a few lately. A couple of lives as well. Yeah, go and check him out.
Another video.
Really interesting guy, and he shows you some really interesting stuff as well.
Third one, and just attach a couple of short video clips and a lot of the still pictures that I took. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
We don't know exactly what gravity, no one has ever claimed we know exactly what gravity is, right? You know, we can go deeper into Einstein's understanding and of it appearing to be, you know, space-time warping, but again, we still don't know what the underlying cause of all that going on is. We don't know.
If you know you only stream at 720 and not, yeah, I know that, yeah. I can't stream at HD anyway. I can't straight because it makes it lag way too much. So the highest I can actually go up to is 720. If I go to 1080 HD there, if I go to that, it will lag and it will be pretty poor. So the highest one I'll always go to 720, which ain't too bad. It's okay. It's
Well, we call that attractive force gravity. Well, we call that attractive force
you got
gravity.
to remember, Simon. This is only an i3 or an i5. This system that I've got here, it just about does what I need it to do. So.
Don't know what gravity is yet. We're still working on that.
Now, back to the point. So if you can't observe gravity and you don't know what gravity is, how are you able to make the claim that it is gravity doing what you're claiming? Again, you've never observed gravity. You claim it's not a force.
We've observed the effects of it.
You've claimed it's not a force, yet you require yet you require a force.
Yeah, the force created by gravity, the force of gravity, yeah. No problem. Well, we call that attractive force gravity. Don't know what gravity is yet. We're still working on that.
You are claiming when we see an acceleration like a skydiver falling to the ground, it's mass. You would say the cause is the mass causing attracted to mass, inversely proportional to its distance or whatever. Great. Now you figured out the cause for that acceleration, which requires a force. You then made a claim that the force which is causing this acceleration...
your own, Dave. I hope so, Scotty. I really do hope so. I do try not to think like all these mongs and retards and regurgitators. I do try to critically think
now say
that thing.
The acceleration between the masses is gravity if you're saying the force is caused by gravity, which causes the... So gravity can't cause gravity if you don't even know what gravity is and you've never been able to observe it. Now, the problem you also fall with is, based on today's science, quote-unquote science, which isn't science, it's not a force, so you can't claim it to be a force anyway, and it's not observable because it's in the fourth dimension. So you catch with the catch-22 problem here. You don't know what gravity is. You claim it to be a force which causes the acceleration, and not a force at the same time. That's not observable because it's in the fourth dimension.
I didn't ever claim that gravity is a force. Please stop putting those words in my mouth.
Surely this is all the evidence that is required to prove the Earth is indeed flat. We're told the Sun is 149 million kilometers away from Earth.
What's
So
Flatsoid's thumbnail? Simon. I can't remember it.
how is this possible? Is the Earth flat, or is it a ball flying through space at a rate of 67,000 miles an hour? Does this not clearly show us exactly what is what? Are we being lied to?
That's the weirdest sunset ever.
I've never seen it do that. It looks like a Lego piece. It's just sitting in the water. Are you kidding me?
It looks fake.
When the weather's really dry, the glare goes away. You see like a circle. Why is it staying on the water? It looks like it's digital.
Yeah, it looks digital. Okay.
It looks like a Pac-Man or something. Intergalactic car. Intergalactic. There it goes. Wow.
That's so
Oh, it's thumbnail.
Intergalactic, planetary. Oh, Richard's taking intergalactic. It looks like a boat. No one lose their Wait, green flash,
What
guys.
is that? Joe, report abuse. What is that, Simon?
Because I knew I get a chance to see a
Oh dear, what? Oh, looks like Mikey Smith. What's going on here?
100%
Mixture of Mikey Smith and
93 million miles away. So
yeah, fight the flat Earth. I mean, what's going on there?
So here's the video I took. As you can see, the sun is about to start rising, and it's not even past the horizon. You can see the horizon in the background, and the sun is going to start rising through that thick layer of clouds right there. Now, if the sun was 93 million miles away, it would be rising at the horizon, not in the middle of the clouds right there. So I was at about 34,000 feet when I was recording this with my P900, and I don't see how...
Miles away? I think not. I saw the setup occurring.
This bit of footage though is insane, isn't it? Come on.
In the cloud patterns from where I was.
Look at this.
Knowing that tonight would be very likely spectacular to illustrate the placement of the sun in the clouds. And that's also what I'm highlighting here.
It looked a mixture of Seek Weak Truth and Uncle Fester, that picture.
The position of the sun vanishing from this perspective or setting is considerably more west. It was way over there just even a month ago. Now it's right over here. Take a close look at that cloud that the sun is nestled in the midst of. What do you make of that?
Where it's pushing through, that's what I liked. Have some sort of effect on the cloud. Oh, it's an old mate. I knew as a teenager. Okay. Audio levels. Oh, sorry, dude. Is that better? I think that's better. What does that tell you, Simon? That's always perspective. Oh I could never do nothing like that. He doesn't bother me like other people. I know he bothers a lot of people, Flatzoid, on both sides, right? On both sides, mainly the globe side, and he does bother some people on the flat earth side, but he doesn't have that effect on me. He really doesn't. I just see him as another person, a flat earther. Yeah, he's doing it, the money side of it. You say, yeah, he's. I think people seem to forget that he is actually a flat earther, but he comes from like the biblical side as well, and he's really into the math side of it. I'm not really particularly into that, more into the tangibles, reality that prove the flat Earth. Right? Don't need mathematics. You don't need none of that. Yeah. That's a nice shot. That was a nice shot. I like that. Look at that. That's not telling you it's local. Come on. Even a beam of light. It's all coming straight down. Look. How do you get that if it's not local? Yeah, they're at the end of the way. They're all doing it, Simon. There's only a few of us that don't do the money thing. The rest of them are doing it. Yeah, I can think of Del, Leo. I don't think Leo does the money side. Me, William and Natalie. Who else? Probably 4 or 5 of us that don't do the money thing. The rest of them are doing it. So. As I say, I'm not getting too much caught up on that anymore. I really ain't, because it was always going to be monetized. If it was on YouTube, anything on YouTube is always going to be monetized. It was just who did it first. I've said this before, you know, they all did it first. Let him crack on, man. I don't. Absolutely, I'm the. Yeah, a lot of people don't vibe with maths and the mathematical equations to prove something that is actually tangible in reality. You can see it, you can test it, it's a tangible. You don't need all that. The money hunters have never taught me anything. Yeah, I mean, that's true, that is true, because you got to remember, we learnt all this when there was no money in it. When this first come out, there was no money being bandied around. We were all just in it because we loved it. We loved talking about it. And that's how we all learn, by going into these early chats and listening to some of these people talk about flat Earth. And there was no money, there was no super chats, there was none of it. None of it. Yeah, so I learned, I didn't learn. In fact, I learned everything that I needed to know within a couple of months. I still know the same stuff. It's just the same stuff. It hasn't been, you know, pushed forward or directed in a certain way. It's just kind of stayed. Once you know what you know like water, the way it reacts and acts, and you know the way they've hijacked your optics. Yeah, it told you there's an horizon and curvature and all this. It's apparent. It's a complete illusion. Your horizon. It's once you start fixing these little parts of the puzzle together, get a good idea of where you are without using mathematics or anything like that. Hey, what's up, Baron? Good to see you, Baron. No bones in there. I can't see it. I'm just alone. Massive trees and flat water. That's all I need to know. That's all. The simplicity, Dan, is simplicity. That's what I'm talking about. The simplicity of it resonates a lot more when you start bringing mathematics and trying to make it difficult for people to understand. To simplify it. Do that, people start resonating with it. Like, oh shit, yeah. And the humans got a serious problem, because if these enormous giant trees existed before biblical times or whenever they existed, and the scale of some of these things, 80 kilometers in circumference, what does that say about humanity and humans? The way we observe things, you've got to. This is what I'm talking about. When human beings are trying to interpret something. Absolutely happy. Absolutely. These trees are so big we can't even comprehend them. If you know all these like giant craters that they said were made by asteroids, 80 kilometers in circumference, 100 kilometers in, they are the remnants of the old giant trees. They're enormous. So then you got to take in consideration. Well, the plane has to fit these trees. So how big is the plane? If these trees in scale compared to the plane could be small, but they're not enormous to us. They're gigantic. We can't even comprehend it. But yet we're running around like headless chickens trying to work this place out.
It's an absurd show. A lot of people don't know this about me. I light a cigarette. I smoke. Did I talk to you?
Maybe there was one original tree we are afraid of where it was. That's an interesting one, Jax. That's that crater Earth thing. Although it does work on a plane, right? That does work on a plane. The crater Earth does work on a plane. Crater that's actually holding in all the waters, and we're inside that on a little stump, a little stumpy bit in the middle. That's our bloody land masses. In one what we perceive as an enormous, gigantic crater. See, it's when you start thinking about these things, it can take you to some dark places, man.
Steve Jobs is dead. He looks pretty active, healthy, robust, charismatic. And Stephen Hawking is still alive.
I know, look, a lot of people can say a lot of things about Matt Boylan, but this was the guy that woke me up. I was looking into Hollow Earth, and then I put one of these on when he first brought it out. Around 2010 or something like that it was, and he said in one of these stand-ups, you've never seen it from that point of view. You've been shown it all your life in schools and videos and all this. You've never seen it ever. You don't know. And that was it. I was thought about it. I was like, this guy's right. I don't fucking know. Absolutely right. And then you discover water and all these things, and it falls apart. The whole Helio model falls apart.
So Steve Jobs is dead. Steve Jobs is dead. He looks pretty active, healthy, robust, charismatic. And Stephen Hawking is still alive. I guess it pays to keep your mouth shut and do what you're told. It's amazing, eh? Smartest man alive. Holds all the answers about our universe and outer space and how it works. And he's also the least likely to go up in a rocket to check out his theories. When you hear Stephen Hawking talk, I mean...
How you doing, Ron? How you doing? I was searching the web for artwork painting, came across Math Powerland painting the Earth, painting Talking Flat Earth in December 2015. Looked around and realised the Earth was really flat and non-rotating.
And read his thoughts so he can talk to a robo-filter.
I know, you know, people they're gonna say he's a shill and all this, but he was the first to bring it, except for Tommy Boyd, 2010. But I'm telling you, these stand-ups come out before what you think they come out. They definitely come out around 2009, 2010. The first stand-ups, and he had to. What happened? He had to re-upload them. Math had to re-upload these. They got taken down, and that might have been around 2012 or something like that. 2013.
The question of whether God is bound by the laws of science is a bit like your question.
You think that they would have fucking maybe installed online translators? Because if they said that was the smartest man in the universe, I don't know if everybody would believe him. So who's the real voice? It is Matt Boylan, a.k.a. Matthew Leonard Boylan, a.k.a. Dragonfly Supervisor, Agent M2.
Hey, Godzillion light years, how you doing? The sun energizes us. Absolutely.
Graphics Operational Manager for NASA.
Feel it. You can feel it energizing your skin. That heat, that warm heat, light, beautiful. Love it. Absolutely love it. Without it, you're fucked. Absolutely. I said to someone the other day, do you realise we're in perpetual darkness? Think about it. If the sun comes round, it gives us light, yeah? When it goes away, there's dark. If that didn't come back round, that light source, we'd be in perpetual darkness. So we're always in the dark. We're always in darkness until the sun comes round. Another crazy thing, man. I'm just like, what? These things just come into my head. I don't know. Someone puts them into my head. I don't know. They just zap in there from the ether. So there you go. Have another one.
Worked for NASA on and off doing freelance graphics for about 20 years now. And the quirk in this...
Scotty, I'm not going to even bother trying to define perpetual.
These are in the black hole.
I'm saying if the sun didn't come back round, then we would be in complete darkness all the time. Let me word it like that.
As you can see, we got a nice red serpent tongue coming through there. NASA. And there's the UN.
Just gonna make a drink, guys. Back in a sec.
Also the...
I know, Simon. It's crazy, right?
Oh, of course, if I say flat Earth, I gotta be an idiot, right? That's what they told you, right? It's a ball. There's no Antarctica in this. It's a bird's eye over the North Pole. Right in your fucking face. You know, there's gonna be some comedians making jokes tonight, but I want to talk about the joke that's on you. There's 5 UN Security Council members. You know how you become a UN Security Council member? You get the bomb. And they're all all seated across from each other on the UN Security Council, deciding for every other fucking nation in the UN what to do. Like reservoir dogs pointing fucking guns at each other's head, securing the world. UN Security Council. What are they securing? Freedom, democracy, human rights, democracy. That's funny. So there's like 360 members of the UN or whatever, but only 5 countries decide what goes on for the world. Some democracy. Line number 1. That's what it takes to be a member. Have a bomb, nuke the planet, go up and take a look at what it really looks like. Outer space. There it is. There's your world.
Hey, Laura, how you doing?
You know when they took that? 1969. First lunar mission to the moon. You know, the first lunar mission to the moon wasn't so much about going to the moon. It was about having an event so you can go high enough to take a picture.
Frazzled.
After 5 years.
Laura's frazzled.
Prove it was a ball. They went to the moon before they crossed the Antarctic. The 2 most watched televised events in history. The moon landing and the towers.
Forward to spontaneous combustion.
Up. Down. Oh, there they are. Moon landing, 8:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1969. Isaac Newton, 1666. 666-999-6666. Most people saw the lunar landing and they swear on it because they heard it on the radio. CBS put up screens all over in Central Park.
Hey, welcome, Amanda. I hope you're good.
You know, so they could work with...
What's the weather like where you are, Amanda? Is it boiling hot?
Reality is reinforced.
Having an unbelievable October, right?
Dynamics. Witnessing.
I hope you're good, Amanda.
Now, is it really them halfway to the moon? Or they just turned out the lights in the cabin and pressed the camera up against a round window? Don't forget your flag of the world has no Antarctica, and it's flat. But of course, to entertain that notion, you have to be an idiot. Right? Like they told you, Simon says.
Darkness is light. Lovely day to begin today, yes. It's unbelievable here,
I'll
man.
run you guys through.
It's October the bloody 10th, and it's like midsummer in the UK. Well, where I am in Essex, this October has been, and the end of September. What for here?
Perception test to see if this crowd could discern between an image that's a painting by applause or a photo of reality. So by applause, how many people think this is a painting? By applause, how many people think this is a photo? It's a photo of a painting, but that's not the fucking argument. Next. It's a painting. Photo or painting? By applause, photo. By applause, painting. It's a painting by the artist photorealist Cesar Santander. Photo or painting? Painting. That's the photo. How do I know? I did it. Pause. Painting or photo?
He's good.
Pause.
That's pretty good.
Painting or photo? By plus photo? By plus painting? That's a photo that looks like a painting. Photo or painting? Painting.
Hey, what's up, John? John, what you want the link to this, John? John, want the link to this or something else? John, a yay or a nay? Vice? Does anyone have the link? He must be talking about this, right? I'm just going to put the link in there anyway. John wants it. Here you go, John.
Pause. Photo or painting? Photo by plus? By plus painting? You're just fucking crap shooting in the casino now, aren't you? Painting, Richard Estes. Photo or painting? By plus photo? That's a photo.
Oh, it's a photo.
Next. And that's my painting.
Ah.
Photo or painting? Photo? It's a photo. Pause. Photo or painting?
Link all the vids as you play them, Banner. Yeah, I should. I should link them all, but I can't be asked. Oh no, that's way too much work, man. Come on.
I fucking did it. I own the copyright on all this shit. Pause.
You've only big Pete.
By the way, I own the NASA channel on YouTube. I swear to God. That's an official photo from NASA. But plus, how many people think that's a photo? By plus, how many people think this is bullshit? This is Ololapia, distant moon of Mercury. This is Ololapia without the shading from Adobe Photoshop. Good look at it. And this is the little section from an ice inlet in the Antarctic that I cut out, and I just cropped the fucking black circle out of construction paper and made a planet out of it. Oh, this is Pupapipia. This is a distant planet of Venus. As you can see here, you can see all the crater textures on my shirt. We can fucking make you think anything. Oh, this is amazing. These are supernovas. They never caught this many suns colliding and actually exploding at the same time by Hubble telescope. And actually I have a close-up of this. Amazing. This is actually the most distant shot they have of our galaxy. Here's a close-up. They came up with a new term for this, collisionary supernovas, because suns were actually meeting and exploding at the same time. In a Christmas tree. This guy's pretty smart right there. This is Mars. This is the surface of Mars. Yeah. Very sandy. The surface of Mars without the black background. And there you go. It's just a desert. Oh, this is sunrise on Star Trek. So it's a Hollywood image that looks real. Now, photo or painting? Photo or painting? Photo or painting? How the fuck would you know?
This is actual NASA here at Pause. You see this cloud formation there? You see Africa? Do you see the shadow line on the top of Africa? Next image.
That's true, that, Simon, yeah. Sand is the smallest.
They fucking reversed it. Our boys at NASA, they took the same image, they just flipped it. Did you get it? They flipped it. And they call it two different images. I'm not making this shit up. Well, people are gonna go, well, here's some footage of the Earth rotating, liar. So you got you can't see it very well here with the light here, but you got South America turning here. But what's interesting here is has this image been doctored by Applause? Yes or no? Has it been doctored? Yeah, it's been sped up because South America at this speed is going to be around in 5 minutes.
I know. I was about to say that, Simon. The building blocks of life, right? And a tree literally breaks down into sand. That's its finest form, right? Sand. And maybe sand even breaks down to a finer.
But what's interesting is the clouds are not morphing. Oh, it's spinning, but the artist is too lazy to show how fast the clouds
sand,
are
it turns to
morphing
glass, right?
at that speed. Check it out. See that cluster of clouds? It's not fucking changing. And that's a real shot of the Earth spinning.
Okay, take care, Mr. Cheswick. Miss Ches, we'll see you Thursday. Same time, same place.
What are you on?
Have a good day.
What did you fucking smoke? What drugs did you take? What drugs did the planet take? Because you're never gonna fucking know.
Got time for wakey wake. I don't think we have.
If it's a fucking ball. So if I want to hide how much real estate there really is.
Tellinger, right, what do you want to watch? What do you want to watch next? The Tellinger presentation, Flat Earth presentation. Dan the Waterman interview.
Enjoy the last hollandaise sauce.
Got the wakey wakey in there. Some of this. Seen it before, but it's pretty good. I like it.
And great professors and highly acclaimed universities. And I found out one of the world's top astrophysicists, Dr. Bergagina, was here. She is looked at as a world expert in how the universe works and in exoplanets. She does TED Talks and is well known in astrophysics circles.
Out there in the universe. And the Earth is just one of them. In this universe, we are really tiny.
In there.
We put Earth in the center of the universe. Then we realized...
Yes, humans did. Retards like you, lady. Put Earth in the... Get out of here. No spherical Earth. Let's look at... Tellinger will probably be better because it's only 20 minutes. Oh, let's take a look at Tellinger then. See what Tellinger... Because that's an hour. We can watch that next time.
And at this note, we have to throw the elephant into the room. And the most exciting debate that I've ever come across that has emerged over the last 2 to 3 years and has exploded around the world. And many people just do not want to go there. But we have to keep our minds open and discuss.
We've been there since 2015, people. 2015, when it first blew up on the internet. Right, 2014, 15. You guys remember?
The flat Earth versus the ball Earth versus the flat Earth.
There's no verses. There's no verses. This image to the right here, that Tellinger's used is a psyop image, because this is ridiculous. This is the same as that. This is probably going upwards. This is rotating and going all different directions, and this is a psyop as much as the ball, right? So
remember, everything we've been told is a lie. Throughout ancient times, we've been exposed to lies and deceptions hidden in plain sight, in ancient carvings, in ancient murals, in ancient pictures. The walls, the ceilings, and the floors of ancient churches and temples are filled with advanced knowledge of sound, resonance, magneticism, and beyond. Hollywood has taken that role on today to expose the truths to us and hide it in plain sight. Many of you know this already. This is not news to anyone. Some of the best examples, as you know, are the movie The Matrix, that we are actually in a matrix. We have measured that. We have measured, Paul Cravenstein and many others have measured the energy fields around the earth, or up in the sky, should we say. Let's not say around the earth. Let's say the energy fields up in the sky, because we always look up at the sky. And obviously the Wizard of Oz, the Wizard of Gold, follow the yellow brick road that leads to the Wizard of Oz, the Wizard of Gold. He who controls the gold controls the world. And so they explain and expose this knowledge and information
the
to us.
Illuminati confirmed.
Always hidden in plain sight. And this is what I find absolutely fascinating. The Truman Show.
Get back in a sec. I'm just going to go and wash this bong out and then have a hit.
Is another one of those hidden in plain sight. The whole TV show was broadcast from the world's largest stage, film stage ever constructed, this giant dome, that this make-believe reality and this make-believe life of an entire town in the Truman Show was broadcast to the outside world. And sooner or later, Truman discovered that he was in a show, that he was not free, that he was under a dome, and that there was a way out. I find it fascinating that in recent times we have a book by Stephen King that's called Under the Dome, and that book was then turned into a TV show. What's fascinating, by the way, if you look at that picture under the dome, look at that picture right sort of at the top, and you see some interesting patterns forming there. It looks like water or light shimmering on the surface of water, right? And this is Under the Dome, the TV show, the TV series. And this brings us to the maps of the world of ancient cultures. And we realize that ancient scripture in pretty much all ancient civilizations talk about this flat earth and this firmament in the sky that was created by God or the Creator. It talks about how God creates the heavens and the earth, and how God then puts the firmament in the sky to separate the waters of the heavens from the waters of the earth. And the more you read the scriptures, I must add, the more this reality becomes more and more real. How we completely misunderstood the scriptures and how we've been manipulated into believing something that may not be so. This is a spectacular example.
I do like that little picture there, one before there. Let's back. That says Sheol, right? And it's just, this is oil right here. Sheol is shell oil, right? It's the same thing. That's what they're taking out.
Believing something that may not be so. This is a spectacular example of the firmament in the sky, and you see the stars.
Hey,
the
Tommy,
moon,
you
and
know
the
that,
sun
Tommy.
inside the firmament, and there's a guy at the bottom sticking his head
Tommy.
out of the firmament, looking out what's beyond the firmament, and that remains the interesting question, because we know that there's this energetic grid.
This does interest me, though. What was it? Was it Ezekiel or Enoch? Which one said wheels within wheels? I mean, look at all these like wheel shapes. Once you're out of this, let's say the dome, right? I don't believe this thing exists. I think it's either some sort of liquid super fluid, something up there. I don't think it's an actual physical dome. That's just my opinion. But, you know, I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times.
Up in the sky. We've discussed this. We've measured it.
And this is a giant, right? This dude here is an actual giant. Enormous compared to the tree, everything on the land.
We know it's there. So what is outside that energy grid? And here's this guy, the bottom left, looking out of this firmament or the energy grid in the sky.
Dan MC says it is Ezekiel. Is it Ezekiel or Enoch? I know it's
Even
one of them.
Anunnaki
One
talk
of them
about,
said something
or
about wheels within wheels.
Sumerian clay tablets talk about. And he's looking up at outside our reality, and what he sees remains an interesting discussion. I'm not going to go there right now, but that really looks interesting. And you could almost, if you start reading Ezekiel, the images there might resemble something like Ezekiel describes in the Bible. And so let's look at some of the other ancient civilizations and how they depict the sky and the earth. And this is the Inca world, the Inca planet.
Hold on, let me just see if because this looks like it's on really bad quality. I can get this up to 720. Bloody hell. That should be better. Is that better? Because it was a bit...
Flat earth and the firmament around it. Here we have the Mayan firmament above the sky with the sun and the moon and the stars.
Ezekiel, yeah,
and
he
the
is
flat
Ezekiel.
earth
Thank you,
it.
Jax.
And notice that the flat earth doesn't stop where the earth is. It actually goes and continues as a spherical form, a spherical shape underneath. And here we have a Navajo Indian firmament and the shape of the...
I don't like the limitations. It really grates me. It's all limited. I don't think it is limited.
The world, again,
there's no limits to it.
From this dome, the firmament above the sky, to going underneath. And we suddenly realize that this, on the left here, we have an ancient Hebrew understanding of the world and our reality, and the waters above the firmament, waters of the heavens, and the sun and the moon being inside the firmament, and then the earth and what's underneath the earth, and the great deep, all one giant big sphere. And suddenly we realize that this model of a flat earth in the center with a firmament at the top and the continuation of the spherical sphere underneath is very similar to the images on the right, as you can see, of the double torus that brings energy from the top and the bottom and then expels the matter and energy at the equator, right? And suddenly we have a much better understanding how it is possible that the earth could actually, in fact, be flat on the surface because of the sound resonance and the magnetic fields. And even the electron model that I showed earlier, the electron model that I should put in here, that actually shows us exactly this kind of manifestation of energy and matter at the equator.
Me too, Simon. Too. I don't think they're really thinking about what else it says in the Bible. When it comes to these ginormous, enormous, they're just not big, giant. It absolutely, you can't fathom how big these trees were, guys. They're actually trying to call them meteorite impacts, like the real big ones. You know, the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. No, that's the remnants of a giant tree. Yeah. And there's many of them. There's not just one of these giant there's loads of them, and they're bigger. Some of them are bigger than that one that they say that wiped out so-called dinosaurs.
And I'm not going to go into this.
Chipsilon,
this is going to be for
Chipsilon or something. Chipsilon. It's got a weird name. Chipsilon or something.
Another presentation. What's fascinating even more is the fact that the United Nations map actually shows the
dinosaurs and meteorites. I mean, pure fantasy, right? Absolute fantasy. And it's like, you know, you never see them coming down, have you? These meteorites always.
Flat Earth map, the same way has been promoted by the Flat Earth movement and those doing research in that area. But it's even more fascinating that In January 1907, on the front page of the Hawaiian Gazette, and I think also in the Honolulu News, they featured this ancient map that was found in Tibet and then brought to Honolulu or brought to Hawaii, and they published this map of an ancient world showing the flat earth map, and outside the Antarctic wall, which is outside of the flat earth map, we see dozens of giant pieces of land. So this really poses a question. What's going on here? Who is lying?
It actually tells you in the Bible who cut the giant trees down. It actually tells you. I played the video not long ago, probably a month ago, the guy going through the Bible, and he tells you everything that's... Again, I'm not religious, guys. I'm not religious in one bit, but I'll tell you one thing. When I got into Flat Earth, I realised there was a creator. That's one of the things. It actually brings you closer. I wasn't religious in any way whatsoever, guys. Not one bit. But today I am. Not religious, spiritual, and I think more connected with the earth, and it's...
And who's telling the truth here? Admiral Richard E. Byrd, who became one of United States' most celebrated explorers, and in an interview in 1953, I believe, he clearly talks. He was called the most famous explorer in American history. He was one of the few people, if not the only one, that crossed the North Pole and led an expedition. He was also
I think a lot of people into Flat Earth would admit that. Really do. As I say, I didn't believe in the Bible, the God, anything like that, until I discovered Flat Earth. Because you come to the conclusion there has to be a creator. Something had to create this realm, right? Once you realise that you're not on a spinny ball with water attached. Once you realise that, all the pieces start to fall into place. And it's an incredible experience going through that. It really is. I mean, it's so enlightening. It's so like the shackles off your mind. You feel the weight come off your shoulders. It's just like, wow. Nothing like what I've been told. Nothing. In fact, it's complete opposite. Complete opposite. And for something like this to exist, it had to be created. Had to be. There's no ifs and buts.
a promoter of the whole hollow earth or Agartha principle. He actually claims that he somehow entered another world, another realm. It seems to be
Chilling's the same, yeah. I think a few of us are the same, Chilling. Probably a lot of us in here. Hey, Jimmy, Jimmy, too fast for you in the house.
Also did a major Antarctica expedition with planes and ships and a huge team of people. He had several expeditions to Antarctica, which you can go and do your own research. And then in 1953, I believe it was 1953, that he did this interview on one of the major television networks in the USA, where he very openly states that on the other side of Antarctica, now I'm not sure how you get to the other side of Antarctica, but on the other side of Antarctica, there are vast unexplored lands never seen by any human that are much larger than the United States. These are his words. You can go and watch his entire interview on YouTube that was recently released. Admiral Byrd, one of the most celebrated explorers in the United States.
I think if you're not in religion, other flat earth, I think everyone goes through that experience. It actually brings you closer to the Creator. It really does. God, or whatever you want to call it. Him, her, whatever. Definitely brings you closer to it. It's more spiritual. It really is more of a spiritual path. Quite hard to explain, really. I don't really have the vocab to
history, and that really tells us that there's stuff going on beyond Antarctica that we don't know. And this is why Antarctica is a no-go zone, and the Antarctic Treaty was signed by all the major countries in the world. No one can own it, nothing can happen there, and a number of countries have stations there that do apparently experiments and research in Antarctica. But before we finished this debate on the flat earth or the ball earth, I went into this about...
Yeah, that's true, Jimmy. That's true. That is true, man. It's on TV, right? Admiral Byrd was like a top level agent. This dude, right? Is he really going to be telling you the real truth?
2 years ago, it came to my attention. I ignored it for the first year, just like most people do. I just thought this whole flat earth movement was a bunch of nonsense by a bunch.
Yeah, you did a long time ago, Tellinger. I remember you was into your giants and giant footprints and all this, right? Dismissing flat earth for a long time. I remember it coming out of your own words on one of your streams once. And then you had this incredible turnaround, because once you discover this and you realise how big it is and the deception, how far they've gone to deceive you, and something as simple as water completely debunks and destroys their whole model. Damn, that's an eye-opener right there.
Bunch of ignorant people that are just trying to distract us from reality and what's going on. Just another distraction, and I thought there was possibly an infiltration by the elite to just confuse us.
Yes.
And then a year later, I started looking at it more seriously, and I thought, let me explore what these guys are saying. Let me see if there's any merit to what they say. So I was looking for some undeniable, irrefutable scientific facts that I could hook myself into. And I found that in the very simple realization that there is no curvature. And this simply blew my mind. So I urge...
Water. Right there. You don't need anything else. You don't need mathematics, theories, pseudoscience. You don't need any kind of wordage, sounds, scribbles on paper. No, we've got this substance. This is the proof. Forget about everything else.
Urge you, those that are really struggling with this flat earth thing, the ball earth versus the flat earth, go out there, do some research, and look at the curvature issue. This is the most important scientific, irrefutable fact that will hopefully launch you on a more detailed journey of research. And this is a view from Michigan City to Chicago, across Lake Michigan. That view across there, I believe, is about 40 miles. Well, 40 miles across the lake, Chicago should be completely invisible. If you use the mathematical formula to calculate the curvature of the Earth, the curvature of the so-called horizon, beyond which ships disappear on the ocean, which is absolute nonsense, and you'll see why when you start to research this. We should not be able to see Chicago at all. Maybe the top of that tallest tower will possibly be seen, because from 40 miles away, that Chicago should be about 1,060 miles, 1,060 feet below the horizon, based on the curvature. The formula to calculate the curvature of the Earth, of the horizon, is 8 times distance in miles squared. Okay, if you don't know this, remember this. If you do research, you'll find it very quickly. 8 times distance in miles squared. So this is 40 miles. So
and we've seen distances of up to 200, 300, 400 miles. If you start adding that 8 inches per mile squared to some of them numbers, let's just say 200 miles that we've seen. That's 5 miles below the horizon at a distance of 200 miles. So you shouldn't be seeing anything, but yet we see stuff at 200 miles.
40 times 40 is 1,600. So it'll be 8 times 1,600, and you get the answer in inches. Do those numbers and you'll see it's impossible to see
650
Chicago
miles, David.
650.
It's, what, bloody hell, that's going to be, what's that, 40, 50 miles or something? 500 miles is 31 miles below the horizon. I mean, once you start getting into these numbers, people got to remember, it's not a smooth curve. It's an exponential curve. which are two completely different things. An exponential curve, from your position as you go away, that curve is becoming more extreme every mile. Do you understand? It's dropping extremely every mile. It's squared. It's not a smooth curve. So when you're talking distance of 200 miles and you're talking we can see stuff at 200 miles, that should be 5 miles below the horizon. You shouldn't be observing anything.
City if the Earth was a ball, and therefore there is no curvature. No curvature from any height. As you know, I've done a lot of flying around the world, and no matter what height you are in an aeroplane, the horizon always rises up to meet you at halfway down, halfway up in the sky. The horizon is always at eye level. And there is simply no curvature. I do this every time I fly. I pick up one of these.
It's like a cue ball.
Menus or something in the pocket in front of you, and I put it up.
Are you winding me up, I'm It's smoother than a cue ball, right?
It's the window, and you can see it's as flat as possible.
Neil told me.
Here's another example. This Dinyang Bridge in China. It's 102 miles long. In 102 miles, there should be curvature of 6,900 feet. So from the one side to the other, you should not even be able to see the other side, and yet you do very, very clearly. The more you go and do your research, the more you realize that you can see across vast, flat water space and see people walking on the beach where you should not be able to see them. So the only conclusion we can reach is the fact that you can see that there is no curvature. Here's one of the greatest researchers of our time, Auguste Piccard. Very few people know about him until you start doing this research, and you realize that the commander of the spaceship Enterprise in Star Trek is called Auguste Piccard, after this particular explorer, French explorer in 1931, that went up into space in his hot air balloon. He still holds the world record of going highest in his hot air balloon. I believe he went up something like 15 miles, or was it 16 kilometers high, or 56 kilometers. I'm sorry, I speak under correction now. And when he came back, they thought he got lost in space. And when he came back after 48 hours or so, obviously he became a highly celebrated individual. And in his description that was printed in Popular Science in 1931, he states very clearly that from up there, the Earth seemed a flat disc with upturned
FE Nation in the house. Welcome, FE Nation. Great to see you, dude.
Edges. No talk of any curvature. Well, we have the physical evidence, the photographs. There is no curvature. And we're getting to the end of this presentation, which I've really enjoyed putting together because it brought into.
Hey, Dr. E, are you doing a video of that? I'll be interesting to watch you do that. That's quite a nice little
connectedness.
Even if you do like a 5-minute one on one of them.
All the areas of knowledge of information, from science, from history, religion, ancient civilizations, tools and artifacts, cone-shaped tools, resonance, everything, including the flat Earth and the lies and deceptions of NASA. The fact that there's no curvature, people, and there is no curvature. Please go and do this research for yourself.
Never been measured.
That means only one thing, that we cannot be living on a ball Earth. That's the only conclusion we can reach. So that is now the conclusion that I've reached, because I have found no curvature. The scientists of today very clearly tell us that there is no real scientific evidence, just conjecture and suggestions. No scientific evidence that the Earth is actually moving through space. There's a lot more to this, a lot more. But once you open this door, just like any other door that opens the door to the rabbit hole, you will find information that'll blow your mind. It will shake the foundations of everything you've been told.
Hey Jimmy, I'm in Essex. I'm not going to tell you my location. You might be able to figure it out. I'm between Epping, yeah, you know Epping, and Bishop Stortford. But keep it to yourself, bro. Because if you know that area, you're probably going to work it out.
Because it truly is the biggest lie we've been told, is the cover-up of the shape of the world we live on. And I believe that our understanding of sound and magnetic fields, as I've showed you, and how the torus shapes and the torus effect actually works of sound, matter, and magnetic effects, how that actually promotes the existence of a flat earth.
Everyone knows where I am. No! This is meant to be kept under wraps. I'm meant to be anonymous. Oh, no. No, you can probably work it out. You can probably tell by the way I talk as well. Like,
at peace.
People that are from around this area, between Epping and Bishop Stortford, there's a town there, there's a couple of towns in between there, so
of soil,
you can probably work it out.
With water on it, that is surrounded by an energetic field above and below. The sound, resonance, and the toroidal shape studies suggest that far more seriously than anything else. I hope this has given you some thought and insight, is that the flat earth thing is not just some crazy idea, some crazy people that want to distract us, but the fact that it actually
No, for sure. If Jimmy lives around there, he'd probably definitely know where I am.
affects everything. Our religion, our history, our science, our physics, our astronomy.
Essex boy, unfortunately, Liz, yes. I'm from Essex, yes. But Essex gets a bad deal, you know, all those stupid programs about Essex, remember? Absolute not. It's nothing like that. We do not vibe with those kind of people. Those Essex people that you see on TV, all these rich yuppies, nah. It's not like that. It's not like that. That's a very small, tiny percentage, as you guys already know. You know the way they play the game.
Technology, and it now becomes the biggest lie that we've been told. So this brings us to the end of this presentation. It was more than 2 hours. It was 2.5 hours. I want to thank you for hanging around, and for apologizing for yesterday when we couldn't do this because of the power failure. The technology and the energy, the free energy, let us down. And I look forward to...
It's good that he's come around, isn't it, Amanda? After all the research that he's done on different topics, that he's finally come full circle. I think that's pretty cool, and he's realised that the actual truth of the matters, right? Yeah, well done, Michael.
Exploring this more, connecting more of these dots, and sharing more information. I have a lot more where this comes from, a lot more information, a lot more ideas, and as I say, the dots that are connecting. And I believe that our exploration of the stone circles of Southern Africa
years ago, but got
and what we find and measuring the energy.
I can recall him saying that it wasn't flat in some of his streams, and he was, absolutely denying it. That must have been a long time ago then when I see that, because I remember him doing all the giant feet and all that, and footprints.
Energies are going to give us a lot more knowledge and a lot more understanding of what's really going on here. So I hope you enjoyed this and have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, all depending where you are. And I'll catch you again very soon. I want to remind you that I'll be going to Brazil the first 2 weeks of December to have meetings with the Ubuntu team there, and meeting with several mayors that have already embraced the Ubuntu philosophy and our plan for one small town, that already want to implement this in Brazil. So I'll be meeting with at least one mayor and probably another 20 or 30 mayors that want to embrace and implement our one small town philosophy. That will change the world. So until later and further and the next time, have a good day and a good night.
Yeah. Well, what's the time? It's 1:45, guys. Oh, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Hammer. you're on the screen on YouTube, so that's good. So wherever you want to start, doing your, opening and maybe, setting it up, for the audience.
To me, it's not about belief, and he knows that. He knows that.
Is that Mactoon?
Like experiments and things, and that it's really more about what he said we could talk, and he set a date, and I didn't want to get into it with him too much, so I decided to produce better results.
Sufficiently persuasive that it would have an impact on us.
Sufficiently persuasive that would have.
Are we meant to be impressed? Why don't he just call himself Tony? Why does he have to call himself PhD Tony? Just call yourself Tone or Tony. You don't have to put these ridiculous wordage at the front because make out you're super intelligent. Leave you on a globe, so you ain't that intelligent, dude, are you? Come on, man.
More impact upon him. I just want you to remember that as
PhD Tony.
Because at the moment, with the way things stand, there are just some confounding variables that you haven't taken into account.
Confounding.
Hey, no, I'm the. We always go on to one GMT time here, so it's always a 3-hour show.
I wonder what those are. I wonder how he came to that conclusion.
Said impact on us. So I think he meant you'll have more of an impact on them.
PhD. High definition piss. When he pisses, he can see it in high definition. That's what PhD stands for. Piss at high definition.
Well, he's got some ideas about what we should do.
I don't even know what I just said.
We're going to say, well, let's look at those confounding variables in detail. And so nobody's attacking you guys. Nobody's saying you're making anything up. Nobody's saying that this is an ill-conceived concept or that you're.
Yeah, that was Rune. That was a kind of like a one-off. I had to go up to the doctors and stuff. So yeah, there won't be too many of those. Hopefully.
All of this is fine. We're just trying to suggest some ways that you can make your results more robust.
Okay, so I want you to hear that again. We should be.
Hey, what's up, Johnny Cool? Johnny Cool's in the house.
Sufficiently persuasive, because there's some confounding variables. I'm gonna just bust it out. Later on, he admits he's never watched anything we're done. He's never watched a thing, and he's completely pulling that out of his ass. And that is an embarrassing form of bias right there. I've got a mark here at 1:40:30. I don't know what it is. I hope I didn't waste your time with this moment.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me just get back to the wakey. Right. I've got to do it like this, unfortunately.
So that it depends on your detector. Let's say you need 10 photons would be probably not enough to detect it. You need more, maybe thousands of photons.
The more data, the more patterns
yes,
you can
exactly.
get.
But it's really distant independent in this case. So if there is boiler, it doesn't matter is it here or 1,000 kilometers or in the lab.
So what would be your number one proof? You're at a dinner party, someone says, what's your number one proof, scientific method of Earth-like planets existing in the galaxy?
So far, we know they exist through transit techniques. This is our. These are not like you have a curve there. This is not a direct detection of a planet.
I had to check twice for YouTube.
The planet
I don't know why that's happening, Big P.
And then we see this dip. This is not water. This is just
YouTube shenanigans.
And by amount,
who knows what's happened to Witsit? I don't. Give me, I ain't got a clue.
Planet on which orbit it is, and through that we know that there are this kind of small planets.
Little Wing, I've just put that link in the chat for you.
Okay, great. I have a couple of questions about the moon. I'm sure this is just an error with NASA. This is a famous image called Earthrise, but there's a problem with it because the Earth's too small. Okay, Moon
Yeah,
viewed from Earth
yeah.
is this size, and Earth viewed from Moon
Okay.
should be a lot bigger.
Well, the moon size also changes through month, and through years, because orbit of the
Apogee, perigee.
yes, orbit of the moon is not exactly circular.
Sure, but the Earth should
Apogee and
still
perigee, it's like 4 times the size. 5 times the size of the moon, right? So there's something wrong with this image here. This ball should be at least that big. It's just nonsense.
a lot bigger than it is in that very famous image.
I didn't compare it, but we have to. I mean, in principle, one has to calculate what was exactly.
Yeah, I really like this. In fact, what we do, we stop this now and we watch the full interview Thursday. We watch it Thursday. We've only got 9 minutes, guys, so it ain't worth any more of that. Dreamscape 2. It's 4 times, so it's 4 times bigger. It's not worth it. I mean, you're going to get like 10 minutes of it. No one's going to really grasp about what's going on in that interview because you need to watch it from the start. Hey, cheers, Slope. Hey, Johnny Cool. Hey, Johnny Cool. Where are you, Johnny Cool? We all want to know where Johnny Cool is right now. Yeah, Craig, Fight the Flat Earth looks like a lesbian school teacher. So does McToon. McToon and Fight the Flat Earth both look like lesbian school teachers. They really do. With his bonnet and dummies. Oh, Dr. E. No, I'm going to have to put that on next time, Little Wink. We ain't got enough time now. Alabama. No, Jimmy Cool. No, Jimmy Cool, where are you in terms of flat or globe? Thank you, FE Nation. Really appreciate you coming in, dude. FE Nation makes some great vids, guys. Go and check FE Nation out. I want to see where Johnny Cool's at. Flat except for the hills. Okay, that's good enough for me. So you would describe it as being flat with topography on top of the flatness, right? And low points where the waters are. Kind of makes sense, right? Yeah. Stuff. Mod. Yeah, just respect the other wrenches there, Johnny, and kick out any trolls that come in. That's literally the only rules. Level playing, good stuff. Topography, yeah. Take care, Schlo. Have a great one, dude. Where's it?
Love was only true in fairy tales, and for someone else, but not for me. Our love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed.
Let's check. Hold on. Let me just check the poll. Was Seek Weak Truth ever a flat Earth? An overwhelming 87% says no. Who was the 13? Who was the 13? Come on, guys. It's probably Weak Seek Truth himself come in just to vote it down a couple of percent. But you know, it's obvious he hasn't got no friends because he couldn't get anyone else to come in. So an overwhelming 87%. So yeah, he was never a flat earther, dude. Complete clown. Seek Weak Truth.
Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer.
Right, guys.
I thought love was more or less a given thing. Seems the more I gave, the less I got.
¡Ay, que se maura! Con los dos sacos de arroz. ¡Ay, llama para Sevilla! ¡Llama a Sevilla que traigo un ¡Ay, es tuyo con el bañador!
I got them off FPV. FPV done those.
Did you know that government literally means mind control? They don't want you to find the road to find your soul. They knew you won't out if you knew you lived inside a dome. This is the reason why Copernicus designed the globe. It's mental imprisonment. Been 500 years and there still isn't any experiments to prove that his theory's legitimate. Flat Earth, they don't want you to research or consider it. If you do the research, they say that you're inconsiderate of the work that these astronomers contributed, but no facts, so I don't give a shit about a bit of it. I'm doing this for the world's benefit. Some won't get the message, they gon' read me wrong. They're illiterate, some can't read between the lines, can't seem to see the signs. So in time, I'ma feed their feeble minds. I'ma break them from the shackles, got the key to free their minds. I'm the grapes and I'm the apples for the people eating swine. That's better food for thought. Speak with me and dine, no cheddar dude, it costs. Visas be declined, this game I'm giving is free as a mason. What's amazing, they was an astronaut gear up at the space station, faking, taking pictures, smiling faces. It's bad that some believe in space exploration. One made a mistake and rock this Masonic ring. You haven't seen, you gotta Google, you gotta Bing. Just type it in and bada boom and bada bing. I stand by these bars like I'm standing right by the Bing. The earth's flat, from Kenny you heard that. This ain't a theory, I get it from research facts. If Earth spins and so does the moon, we should see different sides of the moon, but we never observed that. If 71% of the world is water and water is always level, show me where it curves at. Sir, black.
Shoes, they
Fucking
bars.
Earth's flat.
Can he live? Shoes, they bars.
We don't need no stinking badges. Just a little seed makes a big tree, standing on its own, thriving all alone. Just a little seed makes a big tree, grow so high, gonna touch the sky. Just a little seed makes a big tree, spreads roots deep, branches far and wide. Masonic lockdown in your hometown. Masonic lockdown, can you hear me now? From the top down, soul shock down, State shakedown, mass breakdown, global orders, riding over borders. Get behind your doors for the new world order. Dr. Evil and his needle. Dr. Evil with a master plan, a false vaccine, like a bad dream. The plant's a microchip, every woman, child and man. The plant's a chip us all to have complete control. The land, the sky, your soul. Peace like silence in the snow. Free to do.
Good week, cool, big love and chat spoon. Cheers, Amanda. Hey, nice one, Amanda. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully we see you Thursday, Amanda. Same time. Where's Vinny? Where's Vinny? Vinny? There's an eclipse on Saturday.
You best believe your lying eyes.
Alright, have a good one, Amanda. Thank you. Coming.
Making more than patterns in the skies. 5G radio.
Love having a stretch.
Beam to Earth from space by satellites. The scientist and mediatrix trying to tell me 2 and 2 is 5. Excuse me while I mention the strategy of tension, mass mind manipulation, psychological operation, the general population hypnotized right in front of your eyes.
Yeah, big shout out to Amanda, Simon, we got Dorian, Jax, FB Nation, Dr. E, Little Wing, Liz, Ian, got Chilling, Chili Ing, Dorian, I'm there, can't forget I'm there, Nemo, cheers guys, Johnny Cool. The best page 3 girls were from Essex. Johnny cool. Johnny knows. Johnny knows. Good stuff, Johnny. Yeah, Ron come in, Big P. Jimmy Too Fast. Oh, you got Cap in. I know there's many more. Laura, thank you, Laura. I know it's early for you guys. Big P. Big P, honour. That's as far I can go, guys. Much appreciation. Thanks for coming in. Good stuff. Awesome. Hey, Logical. I do. Logical was the first one in. The last one I say cheers to. Cheers, Logical. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. But I'll turn the music off for you, Logical, because I forgot you. Always forget Logical. Always forget Logical. Yeah.
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. But you don't have a choice. People act like you have a choice.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated.
Oh man, I would love Bill Gates to say that to my face. If I was in a room on my own with Bill Gates and he said, "You ain't got a choice. I don't think you got a choice." Oh, mate. Oh, I've got a few choices right now that I'm thinking what I'm going to do to you, Billy boy.
One form of detention.
Is that what I mean,
is
Billy
in a prison
boy?
cell and you can see the bars and touch it. The other one is sitting in a prison cell, but you can't see the bar. You think you're free.
What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers.
We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us modern day slaves. And everybody's just walking around, heading the clouds and wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. By then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end of days.
Everybody is slaves, only some are aware that the government releasing poison in the air. That's the reason I collect so many guns in my lair. I ain't never caught slipping, never underprepared. Yeah, they shade sign on me, they display it proudly. George Bush, the grandson of Alistair Crowley. They want you to believe the lie that the enemy's Saudi. The enemy ain't Saudi, the enemy around me. It's fluoride in the water, but nobody know that. It's also a prominent ingredient in Prozac. For real? How could any government bestow that upon people who believe in political throwback? That's not all that I'm here to present you. I know about the Black Pope and Solomon's Temple. Yeah. About the Vatican assassins and how they will get you. And how they clone Barack Hussein Obama in a test tube.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us modern day slaves. And everybody's just walking around, heading the clouds and wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. By then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end.
Whoever built the pyramids had knowledge of electrical power. And you know that that's the information that they suppress and devour. Who you think the motherfuckers that crashed in the tower? Who you think that made it turn into ash in an hour? The same ones that invaded your own. The ones that never told you about the skeletons on the moon. Yeah, the ones that poison all the food you consume. The ones that never told you about the Mount Vesuvius tombs. Right. The bird flu is a lie, the swine flu is a lie. Why would that even come as a surprise? Yeah, the polio vaccine made you die. It caused cancer and it cost a lot of people their lives. Do y'all know about Bohemian Grove? How the world leaders sacrificing children in robes? Lucifer is God in the public school system. I suggest you open up your ears and you listen.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the home of the brave. These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us modern day slaves. And everybody's just walking around, heading the clouds and wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. By then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end of days.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
If you can persuade people that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see, you don't. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have.
25 years I've been on the force. I've seen every kind of sick, depraved act known to humanity, and still, when I see a black man walk by who has more money than me, I want to vomit my gizzards right into the gutter. But why? Maybe there is no reason. Maybe there's just a big blue ball out there that's mostly covered with water.
You're welcome, Ian. Thank you for coming in, dude.
DJ Ill Will.
Oh, this is Mo jingling balls in your mouth all day, every day. Hey, you tuned in to Fuck What You Heard Radio, where you can stick a dick in your ear and
Did World Without Curve come in earlier? World Without Curve come in? Well, no, I think I see World at Dell's.
Oh, shut the fuck up, bitch. But anyway, we got your new K-Dot record. I know you a
Anyway, I hope you're okay, World. I think this is a rapper called Disaster. Looks like him.
Down Rosecrans, 87 Regal, sipping on a gold can, gun tucked like the fetal position. Top dog coalition, coexisting with the coded, whoever quoted from California district. Been a corner like David Banner, I'm the owner of the marijuana aroma. You smelling, hit a donut, yelling it's me, bitches. Who did it? I did it. Take them where they can't go. Like Planet Venus, leaning like a mad scientist. Laboratory bottles of empty Heineken, telling stories about the ones that came before me. Chinamen squinting inside because I'm blooded. Him, my shine is bigger than the striker lighted, and they liking him because I like to win. Never lose, put me on a pedestal. Bet I pedal victories until I pedal off my shoes. Welcome to the Lions Room. Challenge anybody who wanna try they luck, they get fucked up and all you heard was ooh. Say hello to the little big homie, and your reality ain't realer than this, homie. Homie, homie.
Okie dokie. Okay, guys. Have a great day, yeah? I'll see you Thursday. Till then, take care. Have a wonderful time. Till then, goodbye.